And
I know.
You know what I should do? Just keep recording. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Oh yes, we can see ourselves. Look at that. Hey.
Because normally I have a video. This is the first time I actually recorded it.
Oh, because
usually it goes to my computer.
Yeah.
And downloads it off there. So this time we're doing a temporary setup.
Camcorder.
Welcome to the Hot Dish Podcast. We've been talking for a little bit.
Whoa! Holy crap!
It's been like
I can look up when the last time you posted something was.
like
I can look it up.
5 months. I think January. No, December. It stopped.
No. Yeah, it was probably.
Because we were like 2 months away from doing a full year.
No, we had already passed our full year mark.
Did we? No, because we thought we did in February. 6 months ago?
No. There's
Click
one
on
earlier than
click on Hot Dish.
Yeah, no. Just give me a second. There was one earlier than that. 3 months ago. There was the last podcast.
April, May. So we did a year. No, we didn't.
No, we started in March.
Did we?
Yeah, we're over a year.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, click on videos.
We are definitely over.
Scroll all the way down. So 1 year. Oh, we're over a year.
Yeah, I was like, we're over.
Holy cow!
Yeah, look at me. Look at little baby face Brandon.
That was 1 year ago. But we were all out of school. I think we were.
I know, but I still look like a baby face. Oh my god.
No, I was still in school. I was still in school then. I was done. So what's been a while? It's changed. Background's changed. I'm in the house. But I was Brandon.
What?
You
did what?
Where are we?
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. I know, man. How the last time? Well, because even from there, the last time in that video, you were in your apartment.
We were still in the apartment. Did the podcast for an entire year in my apartment.
Well, not everyone was in your apartment.
Also true.
Because we did a few at Cody's house.
Yes, we did. But the entire length of it being the last whatever it was, I was still at my apartment.
Yeah, the whole time.
So we moved into our house. Been a year since April. Just literally got in. Pandemic hit, and so thank God.
Yeah, you bought it just as it started.
Yeah, we were freaking out with everything. So pandemic hit. We moved in, and I just been here for 2 months just nonstop.
Haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Well, I look like you've kept me in your basement the whole time.
You and I both look like we've been stuck in the basement.
I'm like, you. If you go back to the first video, like I was pointing out, and you look at me now, it's just you look at me and go, "What happened to you?"
Got my quarantine 15 going on. That's what Alyssa calls it.
I've already had that for about 4 years now.
Oh my god, I eat when I'm stressed, and it's my coping thing. I eat so much. I've gained a ton of weight. But that being said, Alyssa and I, since now that we have a house, we have storage.
Mm-hmm.
So we bought bikes, bike racks so we can carry in places. We have bike around here all the time, and just because it gets boring kind of seeing all the same things twice. Are you recording? Imagine if we weren't recording.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's been going. We've been going for a while. Come on.
I don't have something to look at that gives me instant things.
We got this. We got that.
Yeah,
as long as that thing keeps blinking, we're good. Right?
Yeah. Is it blinking? Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
there's a little red light on there, and there's a number. We have 2 cameras now, so we're updating stuff. So back to what I was saying. Got the bikes. Got the bike racks, so we can go other places. We've already done it twice now.
Mm-hmm.
We went and got kayaks. Alyssa really wanted to try kayaks, and so before we went and bought them, we went camping. We went up to Duluth. We spent the night there. That's actually a video on here. I didn't get any video of the kayak footage because I didn't have the GoPro at the time. So I didn't get any footage of us going kayaking or anything like that. And I wish I would have because it was really nice. We went up and down a river and we saw a deer cross the river. That was really cool. Crossed in front of us. I couldn't take any pictures of it or anything.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure I had all my buttons buttoned up.
So after we rented kayaks at the campground there, we came back and we started doing research on kayaks and stuff like that. And we settled on some 9.5 footers. We chose those because anything over 10 feet you need to register because it's a boat.
Oh yeah.
Which have been awful, but it's just been like, oh, crappy, whatever. We'll just go with 9.5.
More things you have to pay for.
Yeah, and so we'll just do the little 9.5 footers. They're 40 pounds, 44 pounds a piece. Have you seen them? I actually saw pictures of them.
I've seen pictures
They're
of them.
They're in the garage right now.
Yeah.
And then we had to get a roof rack and put it on the top of the vehicle. We've taken those in the last 2 weeks, we've gone 4 times, I think.
That's
cities,
impressive.
went to Lake Warner, my mom, dad's, and then we just went this week. So yeah,
That is impressive.
so that's what everything. And then I've been like stuck at home. So like the decorating has been like nonstop. I've been building stuff. Can't think of anything I built. Desks. Built 2 desks. That's one thing I built.
Very productive quarantine. For you.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, considering the situation.
I'm crying. Lots of crying.
Lots.
Lots of ice cream. Lots of. I don't show you the crawl space because they're just empty buckets of ice cream down there. That's where I hide. It's my shame.
Alyssa finds you at night.
No! Stop!
She has to pull you out from underneath.
No! I'm not done yet.
See, I love your crawl space. This is just because your crawl space is literally just. It's a raised floor.
It's about 3 feet, and I wish I honestly because it's so our house. I'm not gonna give details of where it is, but it's a multi.
Hint: it's in the state that we live.
Yes, Minnesota. It's not a split level. It's a multi-story house, multi-level house. Because you walk in the kitchen versus walking in, and there's 2 staircases, which there is, but it's right in the kitchen, which is really nice. We have like 3 floors, and we're in the basement right now, which is really nice. And I have my own little office and everything. Right now, we're in the basement den.
Basement level, yeah.
Which is really nice for the house. And so when we went shopping for something, Alyssa is like, I do not want to split level because like you gotta carry groceries upstairs all the time. It's really annoying. And so found it was something we liked. It's something. It's not huge and it's small. And if it's the 2 of us, it's fine. So we really like it here. This will be the 2nd land party we're doing right now. What is it, June 26th?
Yep.
We're doing it this weekend because next weekend is gonna be the 4th of July, and I thought you guys would all be busy.
I'm
I
doing
assume.
something. Well, yeah, I'm kind of doing something with family, I guess.
You're like, you're just saying that so you make you like, yeah, totally.
I mean, it's kind of open.
So in the last 3 months since the last podcast, Brandon, what have you been doing? Still teaching?
I haven't been on since forever, just so you're aware.
Have you not?
I haven't been on in like.
You can look it up. All the thumbnails will be the same.
Yeah,
When you're searching it, hit Control Shift T.
No, too late. I'm already here.
It'll open up the old tab and you can see it. It's faster.
What?
Control Shift T. Do it again. Do it again. Because it opens up your last tab.
There we go.
So if you close one.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
4 months. I was on that one when we played Coup.
That was at the previous LAN party.
When the first LAN party the last LAN party we had before everything went to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's in
And then I think I was talking to you on these.
one of these we did.
I'm guessing this one that says faster than Star Wars is probably you.
Yeah, that's probably me. That's probably me. That would make a lot of sense. But yeah, the last time I was in person was 6 months ago. Right there. Look at that.
It'd be funny if were you not wearing that sweatshirt just before?
No, I wasn't. I didn't even bring it with.
I like being a fat guy. Sweatshirts are my favorite thing because they make me look normal.
I always catch myself just going, like sucking in my gut because I'm just like,
I slouch too much.
Yeah. Same. I noticed that too. I'm like, I stand and like my shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna sound like an old man now.
Old.
Out
of college, just sitting around.
To have nothing to live for until we're 80. Just kidding. I'm kidding. But I tell people this, that I am an 80-year-old man trapped inside of a 23-year-old man's body. Yeah, because I wake up, I've got pains. I've got pains everywhere. I can't sit for too long.
I'm surprised you're sitting in these chairs. I offered you like.
Oh, I'm already dying.
Yeah, like
I'm already dying. Just so you're
we're having
aware.
a LAN party. It's just gonna be the 2 guys because everyone else was busy this weekend. I set up a folding table, and I was like, yo, you sit on these, and I only have these folding chairs. But they're cushioned folding chairs, which is nice. And I was like, no, I think I'll sit up here right now. And it's our bar tables. They're fine. They're not like, I'm going to sit up here for the next 3 hours and watch a movie.
Well, I was going to stand and play.
Oh, okay, you can stand and play.
Which is probably what I'll do.
Oh, okay.
Just because I want to stand.
You don't stand enough?
I don't know. I've started the habit at work where if I'm sitting for too long, I will set a timer for 30 minutes. And then after that, I will go downstairs because I work at a school. I go downstairs. I walk around in the cafeteria area, do a couple laps, and then I walk back upstairs and start the timer again. I know. But I mean, this past week I've been doing a lot of physical activity at school. I was painting lockers, and I'm really just doing whatever they need me to do. It's been.
I mean, it's summertime. What's two things? It's summertime, and it's a small school. Like,
that has no AC.
Oh no! You serious?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't have any AC.
But it's a brick building, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so the basement is nice and cool.
Yeah.
But the upstairs is stuffy as hell.
I think it's
yeah,
cool.
no. I have a fan that's running on high the whole time in my office. My office. It's a
closet?
No. It's a landing for a big staircase. Close.
A landing for a big staircase.
Yeah.
Do you have a desk up there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I got a nice little nook. Well, it used to be. So when I went to school there, because I went to school there as a child, it was like, it has coat hangers, and that's where kids put their stuff, right?
Sure.
And so they don't use it anymore. So I have a bunch of like coat hangers and shelves, and then my desk. I mean, it's very small. Don't get me wrong.
Our school, our elementary school, because that's where you work at, as elementary school. When I went to, every classroom
very similar.
Had, both Catholic schools.
Both very similar.
Private Catholic schools.
We even ended up going to the same camp together.
Same camp, Long Lake.
Long Lake Conservation Camp.
Yeah, we were learning about God and trees.
Did we learn about God?
I thought it was God.
I don't remember about the God part.
I don't remember the God part either. I just remember there was.
I just remember about the nature part.
Yeah, a lot of nature stuff.
I remember the nature.
But what was I saying? The school. Every classroom, you'd walk in, and right in front of you. So if you walked in, it went hard right to the rest of the classroom. Hard left was the wall. Right?
Oh yeah.
You're walking in the corner of the room, pretty much. Yeah. Right in front of you was a second, like a split wall.
Yeah, no, I did. I subbed one day in St. Mary's.
Did you?
Yep, and in the classroom, it was like the little cubby area where everybody hung up all their stuff.
Yeah, that's always so weird. I don't know why.
And then everybody.
But because it was never a full wall. I think there was a space on the ground that there was underneath. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking there was, because I can remember seeing feet. Because I think we'd always try to sneak back there, and the teachers could see our feet or something like that. And that's why I think I remember that part. I thought it was so weird.
It's not like in high school when you could just leave and roam the hallways.
Oh goodness! Oh, I thought you were talking about like the lockers. You were paying lockers. You said, are they like that big?
What do you mean?
Are they like super thin?
No, they were lockers.
Yeah, but I remember.
No, they were like double wide lockers actually. So it was like you opened up the one. So you know how our lockers were like in high school? Take a normal locker, right? This was a double wide.
Probably about 10, 11 inches?
Yeah.
It wasn't a foot.
Just under a foot.
I knew it wasn't a foot.
Just under a foot. But these are double wide, so take two of those doors. One has that door, and you open them up, and you have two. So it's like basically two.
Do you remember? So I was in the high school, or I like to walk around when I was super young. Do you remember the lockers they used to have there? They were like that big. Like honest to God, they're.
Oh yeah, in the high
size.
School, yeah,
they
and
were
it was like
half
really
the size.
weird, like skinny, and then some were fat and short.
And then they're double stacked. Like who the like? Question for you. In every single like sitcom or like high school show or it was like type of thing, who the fuck ever showed the person on the bottom locker? Like no one had the bottom locker.
Nobody had a bottom locker. None of the main actors. None of the main cast. It's the plot armor that they had. None of the main cast got the bottom shelf.
That'd be awful. Have that bottom locker there like that.
Yeah, because especially the way like I'm just imagining the way our school was.
Like,
well, and just
the textbooks were like 2 inches thick and shit.
Well, yeah, and just how people would congregate around one person's locker.
Yeah.
So you just imagine trying to get stuff out of the bottom locker when you have 10 people standing around your locker.
Ripped ass. Like, God damn it, because it's already down that low level.
Then somebody sprays Axe.
Just sinks down on top of
you. Were you in the locker room that one day where somebody?
Because the locker room has that too.
Our locker rooms had the up and down.
Did they? Okay, they did in the small section, but if you were in the football, varsity, or like any sport, there's a back room.
Yeah.
Was that stacked too? I don't remember.
No, those were regular lockers.
Yeah, but you could they're mesh. They could see through them and shit.
Yeah,
which was
all of them.
What is your Axe story about what?
Well, the one time, this is like totally off topic from what we've been talking about.
I don't care.
But
Talk about school.
It was after gym, and I don't know what the hell it was, but somebody just took a whole can of Axe body spray and just started spraying it in the locker room. I'm like, yeah, no, it just smelled bad.
I remember we had in our elementary, we had like a deodorant fight where we like the deodorant stick busted, someone dropped it, and it busted. And so like there's like the gel type deodorant.
You guys use deodorant?
She didn't use deodorant.
Not until I was like in 6th grade.
No, Brandon.
I didn't have BO.
Oh, I stink like crazy. But whatever. We like someone dropped it and they kicked it across the room, and someone picked it up and threw it. And all of a sudden, like, we just got a big freaking, like, deodorant fight. We weren't throwing the plastic part. We were just throwing, like, the deodorant gel white stuff at each other. Dude, the whole locker room just smelled... It smelled great. It just smelled like dudes. Like,
it just smelled like...
Smelled like dudes. Smelled like clean dudes.
Yeah. A bunch of dudes smelling like clean dudes.
And then, like, somebody, like you said, had Axe, and the Axe has that plastic spin top.
Yeah.
Like, open and close it. Yeah. They busted it. And started to spray. And we just threw it in like the shower area because our showers were different. There was like a little corner.
You had showers in elementary school?
Yeah, they were really tiny.
I think they got rid of those locker rooms.
I have no idea.
I'm not quite sure, but
after I left, everything upgraded there. When I left, I was like, lame.
Did you ever play on the basketball team for elementary school?
Yes.
Do you remember playing us?
I don't remember.
It wasn't even fair. I just remember this because we were talking about locker rooms and stuff. I mean, you had like, okay, think about who went to your college.
It was weird.
Or in your college, your school.
It was weird because I don't remember if it was traveling team. Is it elementary school was traveling team, right? That's the only basketball they had.
No, it was because I played on a traveling team.
It was like Central 6.
No, our schools made basketball teams, and I think for the sole purpose to play each other.
Did they?
Yes.
I remember one time, our class had 19 kids in it, into my 6th grade, right? And like 6 of them were girls.
Yeah, because when we went to the conservation camp, the only girl in my class, we had a class of 4. The only girl in my class got paired with them.
Yeah, and so
because it was such a small group.
I remember being on the bus to go to this game. I don't remember if it was at your place or not. Did you guys have a gymnasium?
I mean,
the outside the asphalt or
what? No. There was a space where you could play basketball, but it wasn't. Okay,
I remember. I just remember one memory of us all going. It was like every single boy was on that bus, except for like one kid. And I was like, "Wow, this is crazy. We're all on the same bus together." That's the one memory I have. I don't remember ever playing you. I just know Brandon from past experience has like a vertical like that much. Yeah,
that's why I always played post.
You're tall. That's all.
I always played post. I was always down underneath. I played basketball for like 2-3 years.
Did you do Central 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, that was easy.
Yeah,
comparatively speaking. But like when it came to like traveling basketball, man, that sucked. I hated that. I should rephrase that. There were certain aspects that I hated. I enjoyed.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
How many people are on the court at one time? Or
5
per team, right? How did you have a team with only 4 kids?
No. This traveling basketball was through like the town that we went to high school, right? And it was everybody. So I had people from the public school, like all the people that played basketball in high school.
Gotcha.
Were on that team.
They were from your city. Gotcha.
Yeah,
they weren't from the school.
No, it wasn't from the school. The school was made up of a different team, different people. It was interesting. That was. I felt bad. I felt embarrassed, and I want to say people felt bad for us. Because think about who you went to school with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then imagine them.
I think majority of our class
ended up playing sports in high school.
But as of 2015, when we won to state.
Yeah,
we won
state and won. Yeah, and two of those people
are in my classes.
I played basketball against them. Now, granted, I played basketball with those two on the traveling team.
Sure.
Okay. Doesn't mean I was on the same team as them in
Well.
that part either. I was like the
B squad?
The B squad for that. I mean, we still had a decent team.
If B had like a B- squad.
Well, no. We still had a decent team. They just had a weird way of divvying things up.
Sure.
Right. Right. So it was basketball. It's not my thing. Basketball's not my thing. Basketball's not my thing. I still like to pretend I can show up my cousins, even though they play basketball. I still like to pretend that they can't get me, but they absolutely can get me. I can't let them know that though. So if you're watching this, don't.
Basketball was never my thing. I could do it in gym, as in like lightning. I love lightning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lightning was my favorite. Because I could hit a 3-pointer just fine. I just have to warm up.
Just
or whatever.
Give you a few practice shots.
Or like, because we played lightning where you could cheat and you could like smack someone's ball, not with your hand, but with your ball.
Oh yeah.
And so I'd always go for the cheap shot. Either the person in front of me would shoot, and I'd shoot really fast to hit theirs, and hopefully it ricochets off. More times than not, mine would ricochet off. And then I go up for the layup, and they go for the easy shot, and my ball being coming in like this, and the bouncer's away, and mine would just fall in. That was always my favorite too.
Do you remember? At Long Lake, bring it back around. At Long Lake, we played lightning that one day. Like it was like the last day. You don't remember this. I just have a distinct memory. I can't tell you anything that happened.
Long Lake.
I just remember playing lightning.
3 memories I have, or the few I have, I should say. I remember meeting you.
Yep. That's like the biggest memory from Long Lake.
Yeah. You didn't get in trouble for being loud and have to carry wood, right?
No.
That was the room next to us.
No. Nope. We I feel really bad for this. We were watching that one kid that I was roomed with.
That's right.
Do things. Like martial arts things.
Yeah, he was a little slow.
Yeah, and I feel bad. The only kids that weren't involved were was Blake's school.
I thought they got in trouble.
No, they didn't.
That's why Rudy got in trouble. Remember, he's the one that.
No. Who did we all yell at? We yelled at Rudy for kicking out our fire.
That was something else too. I remember. So my memories is like we got in trouble for being loud one night.
I remember you telling me.
And they're like, you were loud the other night. Blah blah blah. Your punishment is go over there to the shed. It was like maybe half a block away or something like that. Grab a piece of wood and bring it over here. And we got like the 10 or 15 of us all got in the line, got a piece of wood, and came back, and that was it. Sorry. I remember playing in the what was it called, Thicket, like hide and seek or whatever it was.
Thicket. Yeah, I don't remember how you play it, but
so
I remember
it was like one person
called.
stood back here, and you're supposed to be like a rabbit or something like that, or a predator. I don't remember. And you could lay down in the thicket, but the thicket was like there was snow on the ground, and so the thicket wasn't very thick.
I remember that.
Everyone laid on the ground and pretended to be like a rock or a bush.
As you're laying in white snow with like a bright red.
I had an Arctic Cat jacket, so it's bright green and purple and everything.
I remember that jacket. I remember that jacket.
I asked, could I take this off? It's a little bit of a disadvantage. So I took it off and I played Thicket. And then I remembered starting a fire, having started a fire. And
with kindling and stuff.
We started a fire, which is weird. Everyone was given one match, and they had to cook a hot dog.
It was a pre-cooked hot dog.
Well, I mean, there's packaged hot dogs.
Yeah, and
a fakey dog.
And hot chocolate.
Yeah, which I don't know how that worked. I don't remember how that one worked. But
they gave us like a pot and stuff to cook it in.
Yeah, and so gather material for a fire. It was like, okay, I've lived on the country. I know. I went and looked for birch bark immediately and did all this sort of stuff. And I gathered all the material, and they're like, all right, let's let this kid start the fire, and you'll know him. And I don't want to say his name in case he does watch. But he had a busted leg. Do you remember who it was?
I know exactly. I was trying to think who you. No, I knew exactly.
Let him start the fire. Since he didn't get to do much. I'm like, God damn it, really? I did all that hard work, and I don't get to start the fire. And so I don't remember. I think we succeeded. They're like, we won't give you another match. So it wasn't that big a deal.
Oh, we didn't get another match.
Really?
No.
I think they.
No, well, okay, because here's our thing. Something happened. Like it wasn't that impressive of a fire.
No, it was literally like that big. Like honestly.
Well, and somebody kicked it out. I don't remember who kicked it out. Somebody kicked it
Did
out.
they already have pre-made holes too? I think they had pre-made holes.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it was like that hole like that big. Like, all right, gather stuff and make a fire. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I gathered everything, and it was like a group of 4.
Yep.
And there was like I don't know, say 50 kids there. You know, okay. Honestly, here's the God thing. You don't remember the being about God and all that sort of stuff? No. Do you remember the skits that they played in front of us?
Yeah, because
that was about God. I could swear that one of those was about God. I could swear it was.
When we had to do the skits, I remember being involved with that. And all I had to do was the because I was the villain.
I didn't remember doing. I don't remember specifically doing a skit. Was it a thing you had to do?
We had to do something. Each cabin had to do something.
I don't remember doing a skit. I'm losing my memory. This is awful.
It was a long time ago, to be honest.
That was 4th grade or
6th grade.
Was it 6th grade? Was it really?
So that's over. We were 12. That's over 11 years ago.
Oh my god, that was a decade ago, Brandon. Oh my god.
Yeah, man, it just time flies.
Oh goodness.
I even thought about that. I was thinking about that the other day too, while I was painting lockers. I was like, man, it's been 5 years since we were out of high school.
Yeah, we were supposed. This was supposed to be our 5-year anniversary if COVID didn't happen. And someone set it up, of course.
Well, I think everybody just had to do the all-school reunion.
What do you mean?
So they were planning an all-school reunion. So I think instead of people doing individual class reunions, they just wanted everybody to go to the all-school reunion.
Where was this?
It was supposed to take place this weekend.
Where? Like all? We mean all school? Like all?
No. All school meaning like if you graduated in 1950 and if you graduated in 2017, you were all supposed to come to this thing.
My parents would be there.
I know, my parents would be there. We would be there. Be like, oh, hey.
Hey, Mom. Yes.
Is there beer at this function?
I'm still.
What?
That wasn't popped in my head.
What? Now you gotta share with the class.
I don't remember what it was though.
Oh.
I was thinking, this is dumb. It's like you saying the beer thing, and like, hi Mom. Just like
it's not like the first time they would have seen me.
No. Maybe, just the idea might popped in my head. It'd be funny.
I was like, oh.
Well, because honestly, I was honestly looking forward to it to show off
that I've done absolutely nothing.
No, well, maybe you. I had a nice vehicle. I had a nice vehicle at the time, but I'd still be, fat. It would be less fat because of COVID added to stress, and I ate a lot.
No, I'd show off that I've become.
I show off my hot girlfriend.
She walked into the other room, left. She didn't want any of it. Sweet. I would have just showed off that I grew a beard, got some hair, and what else?
The fish hair still is awful. Me wise.
Oh. And I work at a school and I do absolutely nothing. I do absolutely nothing. Yeah, great times, good times. It's terrible. Now I'm just talking to fill the space.
What I thought of something too that was like, Liz and I watching movies and realizing that majority of these Disney movies came out like the 1996. Remember specifically, just because.
Oh, like Disney Plus movies?
Yeah, because Disney Plus been on and we've been looking at. Liz and I click on a movie, like we go back and forth on who chooses a movie, and it doesn't matter what it is from Disney Plus, whatever. But we always guess because I guess when this came out, and it shocks me sometimes when I'm like, it's from 2000. I'm like, what? No way. There's no way this is from 2000. I feel like this came out like, I don't know, sooner or later.
See, it's just so weird. Things that were like on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel when we were kids just seem like they're not that old. But when you look back at it, like SpongeBob is from 1999.
Is it really?
Yes. And it's still going.
It's still going.
Yeah.
It still goes. I honestly couldn't tell you it's still going just because I only ever see old episodes that I don't have TV. I don't have cable.
Yeah.
So it's when I either go home and see it or there's a YouTube channel that
streams them 24/7.
Yeah, and so I was just like, oh, I'll just put it up.
It has SpongeBob. Yeah.
See in the background, I was like, I've seen this episode 100 times.
I know. I've been watching so I'm subscribed to Verve. Do you know Verve? It's by Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Okay.
You said saying Verve. I kept thinking of Verge. No.
No, Verve. VRV.
Okay.
Okay. And they have a ton of cartoons on it. And they're all older, well, not older cartoons. They're from like the early 2000s, and they've got some anime and some older cartoons even, but like some episodes of Hey Arnold are on there. Like Camp Lazlo, Codename Kids Next Door, Rocket Power's on there if you ever watched that.
I remember Rocket Power. I
think Rocket Power's on there. I gotta look again, but it's just been. I started watching Camp Lazlo because I loved Camp Lazlo. Okay, and I started watching it. I'm like, man, this is what I watched, huh? Like not in a good, like not in a bad way.
I watch stuff and I'm like, this is really raunchy. Holy cow! Like,
oh yeah, some
Dragon Ball Z. They show like a girl's skirt and shit like that. I'm like, what? I'm thinking this is. I mean, it's coming from the Asian market before it came here, but that blew me away. I was like, what?
I'm trying to think of what else. Like, just why it's so interesting to go back and watch shows that you've watched, and then to go, oh, that's interesting. So my sister watches Glee, and I watch it with her.
Of course, it's on.
and because I find the show decent, and because I'm a musical theater person. Okay,
sure.
And just to watch it and just see how many times with everything that's gone on, to do with the show, how weird it is to watch it now. Like some girl, one of the characters made a sexual joke once.
That wouldn't go
using a horse.
Uh-oh.
And I went. I mean, not that the show is supposed to be for younger audiences, anyways. But I was just like, man, I didn't catch that the first time I heard it. I was like, man, I know a little bit more, and this is rough. Well, and then one of the main characters, he got charged with pedophilia.
I've never seen. So my correlation with Glee. I know of the show. I know nothing of it though.
Yeah. So okay, well, one of the characters, who is seen as like, I don't know. I guess he would consider himself a loser, but he's like the cool jock who doesn't really care about anything.
Okay.
And he's got nothing but sex on his mind.
Okay. I mean, high school. What else do you have?
Yeah. So anyways, this was a couple of years ago. He got charged with like child pornography.
Wait, IRL?
Yeah.
Oh,
IRL. IRL. And then he killed himself in prison. Okay. All right. So going back, watching Glee.
Does the show make fun of it?
Watching Glee, there are a few lines where he talks about like pedophilic type things.
Oh no.
No. It's not off script. There was one line that's when something like, dude, you know I go for the girls who have breasts are still developing, and we I mean, what? It was something along those lines. I mean, oh man, that aged poorly. Oh, that aged like sour milk. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nowadays you can't make any jokes about that at all. Like it's hard. Right, it's harder than ever right now. I think to be funny. I
think you can do it. It's just.
Okay, let me phrase. It's harder. It's harder to now to be funny without someone getting upset.
Well, I think it's possible. I think
it is possible.
What the challenge is. Now we're going to a more philosophical. The challenge is...
This is how we become YouTube millionaires, Brandon. Right? I'm sure you remember this, so we can use it ourselves.
The challenge is to create comedy because comedy needs... Currently, comedy abides by the current system that we have, right? So it can make jokes within the system, but now that people want the system, by the system I mean society, to change... Are you just staring at your GoPro? Or are you okay?
I'm staring at both of them. Don't acknowledge it. That's funnier that way.
Society demands comedy change as well.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of
change
people need to understand how to make those comedic jokes
at the right time
in the right
appropriate setting
in the appropriate way. Because you can be funny without going to certain extremes. I mean, I have a dark sense of humor, so I will laugh.
That's the best humor.
I laugh at almost anything, and that's mainly because that dark sense of humor comes from...
It comes from within. It comes from my soul. It's my heart. It's my true me.
It's because I find reality funny. Like, right?
That's a joke.
I find reality to be funny. It's just... Hey kids, anybody who's watching who graduated high school with me, guess what? I've become a nihilistic existentialist. You're welcome.
Life sucks after high school. Like college, I've read some stuff on like if you had a breeze through high school, life is gonna suck because you don't have the willingness to keep
the wherewithal,
to learn. Honestly, I did hit moments of that in high school and college too, where I got interested in the topic and I wanted to learn more about it, but very rarely. It was just like not a thing I was looking forward to do each and every day.
Well, there's some monotony to society. It's kind of weird, like just how we as a society, as a group, have kind of created this system in which you become. Things become mundane, right? And not everybody can afford, like, and I'm just thinking about some people that we graduated high school with, and I'm like, man, this person's doing this, this person's doing this, this person's doing that. I'm like, I don't have the opportunity. I don't have the opportunity for those things, mainly because I'm not interested in those things, right? But it's difficult not to have something like that. Just like, I'm not saying that it fell into their lap because I'm sure they worked hard for what they did.
Yeah, but they definitely not definitely. They got put in that position, and it was like, it's the who you know.
They had a mindset, and they had the right positioning, right? Because I think it takes both. Because I can say that, well, technically, I have the right positioning, right?
And strong oral skills.
Exactly. That's why I stutter all the time.
Other oral skills.
No.
Cut that.
Yeah, cut that. Cut that.
That's why Jordan can't talk.
Jordan, you're done. You're cut off. You're cut off. Now I've lost my train of thought. But like, my mindset wasn't there because I didn't want to. I don't know if I didn't want to encapsulate on those things, or I just went down a different path of thinking. What'd you say?
Is it sure?
Okay.
I swear I'm not sick.
That's not what I was like. Okay, sorry.
I did a brain fart. I was going to do this podcast 6 feet apart. I totally forgot about doing that.
And here we are, like 6 inches apart.
The video, I'll just the mouse and make it
only like just we're halfway through. We're like halfway through an hour. A half an hour, Brandon.
Halfway through an hour, guys. We're almost halfway there.
So, what has quarantine done to you? Made me lose my mind.
I forget what day it is most times. Like, I get reminders on Wednesdays to take out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And the weekends, Overwatch League comes on. That's every other day. I no idea.
I saw a TikTok once, and it was
Only
like,
once?
I watch TikToks. Okay. But it was this guy. He's like in his 50s or 60s. He's like, "Hello, welcome to Blur's Day. It's the 20th of Junatory." just like he just like made up, mixed all these words together, and you're like, "You're right. That's exactly how I feel." Because I don't know what time it is. You know, if quarantine's taught me anything, is that that time has no meaning. And I mean that in all seriousness.
I stay up super late, and this is just from my age now. I would have no issue staying up super late and waking up super early. It has hit me now more than ever. Like, I stay up till like midnight, maybe 1. I wake up, Alyssa will be gone for work, and I look at my clock, it's like 8:30. It's like, holy shit. I used to be able to wake up at 6, no problem.
It's because your body's getting used to it.
Well, it's because I'm getting fat.
Yeah, no, because I'm still in that stage. I can go to bed at 11, and I got to get up by 6:30. So I'm like,
I wish I could do that. I should
So-
honestly. It's life is about self-discipline. A lot of it is like there's nothing stopping you from not going to work. You just discipline yourself because you need the money.
You're right. Well, yeah.
And for me, there's nothing stopping me from laying in bed all day and getting myself to be. I could just be 300 pounds. You know, I don't know how much I weigh. I don't want to know how much I weigh because I'm gonna feel even worse. And I'll be sad. I just want to eat more food. Like, well, I'm so fat. Ice cream.
Just go on. Just it's an endless cycle. Endless cycle.
And I went biking today. It's the first time I've been biking in like 3 or 4 days. We do kayaking, but it's not super intense. I went biking today, and I'm like, this feels great. Why don't I do this every day? And tomorrow morning, when we get up from playing games, I might go for a bike ride. Very doubtful, but I might go for a bike ride. It's a self-discipline that you really need to learn as an adult. Like being an adult and living by yourself.
Mm-hmm. The amount of things that pop up into my head and go, I should do that.
I could do that.
I should really do that, and I don't do it. It's not even funny. Well, my mind is just constantly racing.
Oh.
Like,
don't even get me started.
it's constantly racing. Well, okay, and you brought this up with the self-discipline and just like you make that choice.
Yes.
Right. I was reading a book on existentialism, and for those of you who don't know what existentialism is, that's basically it's a school of philosophy that questions why we exist as humans. Wow, it's pretty deep. It's really deep. And in one of the books, in the book that I was reading, it was basically called the Existentialist Survival Guide. Okay. And
Is that like existential crisis? Like you don't know why you serve a purpose.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. But people spent their entire lives having
Imagine
one big
how-
existential crisis.
His purpose was to figure out
hello.
other people's purpose.
Hello. Now, and they're really there's really interesting thoughts. It had a chapter on life, love, depression, anxiety, all this stuff, and then I think it was in the chapter of death.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it was on a chapter on death, or something. It was talking about how when you stand next to a cliff, you're not afraid to fall off.
You're afraid of.
You're afraid to choosing. You're afraid of choosing to go over, or you're afraid of that choice that you have in front of you.
It's
that
not,
at any moment you could go over.
yeah. It's not the fear of falling. It's the fear of pain that is caused by falling. Type of thing.
No, it's the fear that you could decide at any point that you just want to go for it.
Or that the ground could give underneath you and you fall.
That too. Yeah, right? Like you're choosing to say it's just that choice, and you're just like I read that line and I went, whoa.
Shit.
That's you want to hear something else really deep?
Climbing.
You want to hear something else really deep from the book? It was what was it? I can't even remember it because it's so bad. Oh, the self. Okay, here we go. It was talking about the self because they had to lay down ground rules. This is great. The self is a relation to itself that tries to relate itself to itself. And I just went, what the hell was that? I read that and I was like, I had to read that 10 times. It was like, the self is a relation to itself that tries to relate itself to itself. I'm going crazy, folks.
That's almost like saying the brain is the only organ that named itself.
Truly. I mean, that's really what it is, right?
That just reminds me of it. I don't know why.
No, and that's exactly it. Yourself tries to create its own image of itself by relating itself to itself.
You again.
Yeah. It has to relate you to you.
Why am I so complicated?
Life is complicated. See, and that's why I went to school for a degree that's complicated, because I can't use my hands. I'm just kidding. I can't. I have the basic knowledge of doing things, but I did that. I prefer the complex. I prefer the complex.
That's funny.
That's why we make a great pair.
How's that job coming along?
Some complexities. I'm learning. We're doing a class right now about how to count. Really, and it's fascinating because there's actual technical terms to do with things. By the way, I'm really good at supertizing.
What is supertizing?
That's So like so let's say you have a group, like when somebody tells you to look at something real quick and then tell you how many of those things. So for example, if you told me to just look at your wall real quick and just go, tell me how many there are. I go over there and look real quick. I can go 3 because I could see it. In my mind, I group them together and I count. So it's your mind trying to count how many there are of
versus
something.
Like pointing or something or what?
Instead of going 1, 2, 3, it's your brain just going automatically. And so the person that was teaching the class threw some things up on the screen, and every time I got them right, except for once. I was off by 1. I'm telling you, I'm good with
subliminal. That reminds me of like subliminal stuff like we did subliminal advertising. It's the advertising you don't do or something like that, or you do but you don't.
It's the stuff that sticks with people.
Well, it's the thing he gave us was there was a rumor back in the early days of movie theaters is that between every other frame they put the word popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Or they would.
You mean the subtle advertising? Is it subliminal?
Subliminal.
Okay.
Well, that one was there. Or the other one is they would push the popcorn smells into the theaters, and you're like, that smells really good.
It's just kind of a more subtle. It's a more subtle way of getting people to.
Yeah, and like how like we tend to buy things that are more red, or go for things with red, like. Red and yellow are the most used colors in advertisement. Think of McDonald's. Both red and yellow. Think of.
Look at my wardrobe.
You have a lot of red.
I have a lot of red.
Do you? I have a lot of black.
Red, black, and dark colors. I have a lot of dark colors.
I have a lot of dark colors. The only colorful shirts I have is Blake's shirts. Either Blake's shirts, his tie-dye ones, or the cystic fibrosis walking ones that we also got. I wear those. This is sad. I wear those shirts 5 days a week. Like, or every day of the week, I should say. Not because I'm not doing anything.
It's just because it's like a good lounging shirt.
I put this on because you were coming over and I just took a shower. So I was like, okay, put this on real quick. Otherwise, it's a Blake shirt, which is tie-dye. You'll see in my streams, personal streams. His cystic fibrosis shirt, and it just looks like a normal shirt. I wear that one out because it looks a little more normal.
It does.
And then jeans. I have not put a pair of pants on in 2 months. Isn't that funny?
I mean, I don't blame you. I get it.
Oh my god, I
get it.
I haven't needed to. I don't need, and I don't think any of them fit, which is sad. I've gained weight, and none of my pants fit, and it's really sad. I have to get new pants now. But I have an issue.
Get the stretchy pants.
I did my stretchy pants when I was still working at my other job, and I was still in a point where I would like kneel a lot and do things that the pants weren't meant to, and they ripped. One ripped in the knee. I think they both ripped in the knee. I have to get more.
Then lounge in stretchy pants. Not
here,
lounge in them, but like
here,
do other things in stretchy pants.
I mean, like here, like I go outside.
I mean, like if you need jeans,
I'm gonna buy some before I start doing like interviews here, because it's just gonna be like, or like interviews there in person, because most of them.
Yeah, not the. We can't pay you right now. But we will eventually, hopefully. Hopefully, when we get big, once we get that audience, it just sounds like us a couple years ago. When we get that audience, we'll be
us all the time, Brandon. We were just talking about before, like, why couldn't we have 1,000 views?
So somebody went to high school with posting one video, has 1,000 views on it already. I'm looking back at ours. We've got like the most we have, the Hot Dish podcast ones. The most they are like what, 30,
maybe
35. I'm like. I don't know what to say.
I should go back to. You have my page up real quick.
I can get it up.
You won't be able to see.
Get it up. Get it up.
Control 50. You learned so much today.
Oh, no. Oh, hey, look at that.
Let's scroll down just a little bit. So that one's got... I literally posted this one.
That has
Isn't
the
that crazy?
most. Because it's a 2-minute video.
I also think because I posted it to my personal Facebook page and all my family saw it. I think that's the reason. And honestly, that's what I might just start doing. I usually post these. I post our podcast to our podcast page. I posted... we took a camping trip up on my personal Facebook page, and it's got more likes and not likes. My personal page has more friends on it than the podcast page has likes, and so it got more views that way too.
The highest viewed one is a Mandalorian.
That's still my favorite word.
That was before the Mandalorian came out.
We were talking about it. I think that's the first time we talked about a Mandalorian, because that's why I thought you said a Mandalorian.
Yeah, because I kept talking about he's a Mandalorian, and you're like, who's a Mandalorian? And I'm like, not Amanda Lorian. It's Amanda. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
It's the Mandalorian. It's on Disney Plus. Go watch it. It's great. We talked about it. There's a podcast.
They don't sponsor us.
I wish they did.
We're too small for that.
We can become big, Brandon. 1,000 views, Brandon. Why can't we have that?
I don't know.
Slowly but surely, this podcast is becoming great. Just takes all my production and
all our willpower
and my money, because I have to purchase everything because I don't get sponsored by it. Honestly, this camera came from us starting to do the podcast more. I had a nice webcam. That's what I was using. The GoPro, which I don't know if I'll be using. Hopefully, it works okay. Came from me kayaking, and I want to do videos on that too. Honestly, I keep videos because digitally memories are easier to keep than mine. Obviously, you can tell I'm forgetting they're 10 years ago.
I can't go click. Oh,
I can't remember freaking.
Some people have really great memories, though.
I have stupid memories, dude. I have my memory. I can remember just stupid things that we do. I don't know why.
No.
Why it is like that? I can remember. See if I can remember something that you wouldn't be able to remember.
That I was a part of.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of I can think of super weird thing that we did, and it just pops in my head.
No, my mind just reminds me of stupid things that I did.
And then you regretted it.
Like embarrassing.
Why did I say that to that girl? What the hell was I thinking?
That was literally me. That was literally me today on my way to work. I was like, oh my god, why did I? It was something from 5 years ago. It was something from 5 years ago, and I went, oh my god, why did I do that? Why was so stupid,
that been
Brandon?
So good.
Brandon, you're so stupid, and I just went, and then my brain goes, no, stop it. Well, I have to physically tell my brain to stop.
I can just imagine I wish I could animate it, because I do two Brandons next to you going, the one going, why did you say that, you freaking moron? And the other one's like, stop it, no, don't do it.
Shut up. Oh yeah, that really I cringe. Sometimes my body literally cringes sometimes when I think about
shivers,
it.
I just go,
yeah. I'm like, I just go, Brandon, you never had a chance. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why.
And your other angel on your shoulder's like, he could have had a chance if he tried a little harder. He just need to put down those Doritos, damn it.
Even though I didn't eat Doritos back then.
Whatever.
I just looked like a scraggly kid.
Funyuns.
I just look like a scraggly. I do want to say, though, I do feel like I look more like a man.
You feel like you look more like a man?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like a child every single day.
I shouldn't say just a man, but I just mean like an adult. I feel like I look more like an adult now.
I need to shave. But I don't shave because it hides my fat.
I mean, you don't have to look a certain way to be a man. I just feel like, I personally feel like I'm more of an adult. The way, like my hair, my facial hair.
Your hair's got really curly. Like your face, my facial hair it's curly down here. My mustache is pretty straight. Your facial hair is crazy curly.
It's like a Brillo pad.
That would fucking bother the shit out of me.
It's kind of nice.
Maybe.
I mean, it sucks to comb through.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sucks to comb through.
I can cut mine shorter. Mine's way too long right now.
Well, and same with the hair. When I run my fingers through my hair, I just...
Short hair for life. Unless it becomes like... Luckily enough, Alyssa... I can cut my own hair. It's one length the entire way. Alyssa has a friend who's barber, whatever. and she did my hair recently. I was like, sweet.
I mainly keep the long hair because I'm starting to. I have.
Speaking of which, I should invite her over. Oh, I should put my hair again.
I have a very I have some form of male pattern baldness. Yeah, like, but it's like
Actually, no. Mine's right here.
Yes, that's where mine is too. But it's like, see, yours looks fine, right?
It does.
Mine is more. My widow's peak is very defined,
so
distinct.
It is now. It looks fine now because my hair is long. It is long for me. But if I cut it short, honestly, it's like back here. it's like.
I know. I'm like right. My hair, like right here. This is where it is. It's just buried underneath my hair, and I'm okay with that. But so fun fact for you, most males? I want to say it's most males or
it's the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, because it hurt us. What is it? I want to say, is it most males or is it most white males or most males? Maybe it's just most.
Just say your statement.
Yeah, will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the age of 35.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, interesting.
And some people like us and just don't grow facial hair for until they're 35.
Well, it's not facial hair. It's
I
more
know,
just like,
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love this.
Receding
it's
hairline.
Like, yeah, it's like thing on the crown. I don't have that.
Thank God.
Receding hairline. That's me.
Hit symptoms.
Symptoms.
Oh.
Usually self-diagnosable. I love that. Usually self-diagnosable. Common symptoms: hair loss. I love it. I love it. It's also called androgenic alopecia. Alopecia. So there you go. For all the guys who are experiencing male pattern baldness out there, you can go use that as a line.
Tell doctor.
Yeah. Doctor, I've got androgenic alopecia. I butchered that. I butchered that.
You mean you're going bald? Oh, it's something different. I swear.
No, I swear.
It's a thing. You can treat it, right? There's a name for it. There's a phrase.
Yeah, it's called Rogaine. or it's called a hair transplant. Okay.
I love it's like when you become rich, your hair grows back. I love seeing those memes.
That's not working out very well for Jeff Bezos.
Well, I think his look is bald. I honestly do think it is.
No. Nuh-uh.
But like he likes being bald.
Oh yeah, I think he does too. But
that's what I'm saying. His look is bald.
Yeah, I can show you.
Yeah, I know he's bald.
No. I can show you a picture with him with hair. Okay, that's fake. That's fake. Those are fake. Here.
Yeah, it's normal bald guy. Normal going bald guy.
Yeah. So he probably is just.
Honestly, like look at him here. Mm-hmm. He's definitely like now he's not working. He's definitely like working out. His face is just different. He's definitely healthier.
He can afford the healthy lifestyle because he makes enough money.
Well, he makes the most money.
He literally.
Most money.
What did I hear? He literally makes.
It just said how much his worth is.
No. He makes enough money in 1 minute. He makes the same amount of money in 1 minute as one person does in 2 years.
Well, isn't it like it? There was a statement. Like if every person in the world gave you $1, you wouldn't have enough money to keep up with Jeff Bezos or something like that. Yeah, that's what it was. Because there's 7.7 billion people on Earth. You'd have $7 billion. Jeff Bezos would sell more. That's what it was.
People said that if you started saving money in the time of Jesus.
Oh God! If I could tell my dad, go back in time to tell my dad to invest in Amazon. Oh my God!
It was. The thing was, if you had enough, it was like, yeah, if you started investing or saving money in the time of Jesus, or like in Roman times or something like that, they're the same time period, Brandon. But or ancient Greece, I don't know, somewhere around there. If you started then, you still wouldn't have enough money today as Jeff Bezos. I'm like,
yeah, okay, we're talking about money. Since I now live 20 years, 2 decades, or over 20 years, being 20.
We both have, yes.
Fuck, 23.
Yeah.
Inflation is kind of crazy. Your mic in the way?
I just need to plug it in. Keep going. Okay. Anyways, you were saying?
But I forgot.
It was adult 20 years something decades.
Oh, inflation.
Yeah, inflation. Mm-hmm.
How much inflation's gone up? Honestly, I bought this is my oldest piece of equipment. I bought this in 2012.
I remember.
That one, and now I paid at the time. I paid $90 for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're now. I mean, obviously it's different equipment and upgrades. Blah blah. $150. That's not necessarily inflation. But I do remember some things for price wise. Well, how much they cost beforehand and then now, crazy.
Well, take like any sort of smartphone, like iPhone, for example. They had iPhone 8 was like what, $700?
Something like that.
Yeah. Then the iPhone X, iPhone 10 came out.
Yeah, because they jumped 9 to 10.
Yeah.
That was 1,000.
And it was 1,000. They jumped like an extra $200 or something like that.
Now,
not that was inflation, but that was just
inflation,
whatever.
or like even new stuff. Like now, we can talk about prices coming, stuff coming out. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series X, awful name.
Series.
It's Series X. I don't just think it's an awful name. It's the cool. I personally like it better than the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the size of the PS5?
It looks like a Wi-Fi router.
Well, yeah, but have you seen the size of it?
No.
It is probably. Actually, I'll take the Xbox One over there. It's probably about this. Yeah, look it up. Google it. PS5 size comparison.
Size comparison.
Yeah, Reddit, whatever.
Let's look. Now we gotta go to Imager.
Look how big it is. Like, this is the new one. This is what we have, right? There's the X.
Yep, that's the X1.
They're pretty much the same size.
Yep.
Look how tall it is.
That's nuts.
It's so.
That's bigger than the PS3 too, and the original Xbox One.
So this is an Xbox. Let me go over here. This is an Xbox One S. Pretty close to the same size, I think. Actually, if you look.
It would be the same. It would probably be about this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
the same size. I think.
It's probably about this much taller.
Yes.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge comparison. And it's gonna be probably the same how deep it is too. Like I think the other one's pretty small, like the Xbox Series X.
No, the Xbox Series X is like a cube.
Yeah. But it's fairly small comparatively.
Comparatively,
It's gonna be like that.
Yeah, it'll probably be like half, like right here. Cut it off right here. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, we should probably do it like that.
Yeah, so cut it off. Yeah.
Ish, whatever.
No, but ish.
But we're talking about size there. Back to where I was originally talking about price. Rumors have it's gonna be like $700.
I know.
PS5.
That's what I heard. It was like $750. It's like $750. Yeah.
Microsoft. We talked about this. We talked about this when we were on Discord. Microsoft has to undercut it
They have to.
in order to beat it.
Because they have the same specs, basically.
Yes, but in order to get people that just like with the Xbox One and the PS4, they only got the diehard people to come over right away. Mm-hmm. Just because it was $100 difference, you know?
Because they added the Kinect.
Yeah.
Because you had to buy the Kinect with the original.
And
Xbox.
we all went over there because that's what we had. And
Xbox
Halo's over there and blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But if we weren't into dedicated Halo or a certain Gears of War or whatever, we probably would have just jumped over to PS4. Because honestly,
for cheaper, yeah. I would have just got whatever you guys were getting.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I wanted to play with you guys. That was the only reason I ever got.
And then because 3 of us got an Xbox, so then you got an Xbox. But
I had an original Xbox.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like now, in order for Xbox to come back with this, Microsoft to come back, they have to undercut it. And they said that there are leaks that they said they're going to undercut the PS4 in order to get that.
PS4 or the PS5?
PS5,
okay.
Sorry. Okay.
So whatever the PS5 comes out as, they'll go underneath it.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good idea.
That's the only way they can't. Honestly, they can't match it because the people that are on PS4, they're gonna be like, oh, it's the same price, and I can stay on the same platform.
Same platform. Yeah.
Oh, let's just buy this one. They have to undercut it. There's no way they can.
No, it would be stupid for them to not undercut it.
Oh boy,
life
has been fun.
It's been interesting, man. We've gone through a lot. We've gone through a litany. We've gone through a litany.
Oh.
And I'm not just talking about life. I'm just talking about this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
This podcast has been a metaphor for our life.
Watch this not work at all, and hopefully that's audio. Because we're currently using Brendan's laptop. Well, Brendan's laptop's fine, just like the mic or something came unplugged.
Oh shoot! You just. They won't sponsor us. I just bought this laptop.
And we're just using like the Microsoft voice recorder software that comes with it. Because all my stuff is in my office. I have not unpacked any of my XLR mics because they're really nice. They're kind of a pain.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, for sitting out here in the living room, come next week, there'll be a couch here, so we can't really do it here. I might just spin around and put it over there or something like that.
Whatever works.
But
I mean, we can sit on the couch too. It might be more comfortable, comfy, cozy.
Yeah, you want to sit on the couch.
I mean,
you've been here for like the last hour.
I know. I want to stand really bad.
But I think we'll end it here.
That's a good idea.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Brandon, for joining me. It's been fun.
Of course.
Fun. Well, honestly, we were talking and we were just like, just do a podcast. It'd be much easier.
Yeah, because we got started because I started talking about the lawsuits.
Yeah, we were actually.
We didn't even talk about the lawsuits.
Talking about those. Damn it. Oh, maybe next time.
That's okay.
They'll be cool.
Next time.
They'll be going. I don't want to say when because I don't know when you guys are coming over again.
True. Whenever it happens.
When you finally get good internet and we can do a video call.
That'll be about another year for sure. And my voice just cracked.
Voice for sure. Thank you again, guys. It was fun. We shall talk to you sometime. Exactly.
That works.
Peace out.